Hello, and welcome to my misery. I'm from the 1980s, and I hate Christmas movies. So, while others are on a nice trip in Europe and whatnot, I was on a trip with my imaginary boyfriend on TikTok, and I'm going to start this video with some of my favorite TikToks this year. Reads the script and is not sad. Fuck, I don't know what to say. Okay, that's about right. Let's move on. So we're gonna start with my most favorite TikToks, especially number one, which is you're gonna see. Okay.
Fuck PowerPoint. There is no power in those points and no point in those presentations. We have been brainwashed into believing that PowerPoint gives us the power to express ourselves creatively. But the only power it has is to kill our souls. Fuck PowerPoint and fuck your Excel spreadsheet too. Those columns and rows represent the metal bars of the prison cell of your brain. Free yourself from the soul-killing software of Excel and PowerPoint and live a more meaningful existence. Fuck PowerPoint and fuck Excel.
What a great man. What a great spirit. Born with rocks and rivers and nature. Nice. I mean, he's definitely a legend. Just look at this comment here. Don't tell me what to do.
Huh?
I'm just gonna be gone as well. So this next one is definitely one of my favorites. Forever, definitely. Because it's too relatable, so.
Cover your farts.
2022 be like. For this one, thank God that I don't even have the driver's license. Because, oh my God, I would shit my fucking pants every single night. I'm not crying! Terrifying. As said in my beautiful script, then I react. Terrifying.
Everyone knows Mario is cool as fuck. Horrible opening. But who knows what he's thinking? Who knows why he crushes turtles? And why do we think about him as fondly as we think of the mythical, non-existent Dr. Pepper 3 question marks? Perchance. You can't just say perchance. I believe it was Kant who said experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play. Mario is experience by crushing turrets. Stop. All day. But exhibits theory by saying, let's it go. Keep it up, baby. 5 question marks. When Mario leaves his place of safety to stop eternity. He doesn't even die. Okay, question mark. Man who can purchase lives with his money. life becomes a mere store of value, a tax that can be paid for much as a rich man feels any law without finest a price. We think of Mario as a hero, but he is simply a 1%er. Why are we saying this? The more privileged variety of the life of kind. Perchance crossed out.
Like a wise teacher said, you can just say perchance.
I tweeted, do dogs have brains? Because I seriously wanted to know. Of course, dogs are mammals, right? Yeah, dogs are mammals, they're humans. Dogs can't talk. So do they have brains? Yes, they walk, but it's because we're telling them to walk.
So hey now, it's day. It's daytime. So we ended with the TikToks and now we're gonna go with the breaking news. Breaking news. So apparently there is a reported ant missing. His name is Martin Risov and he was last seen under a tree. The owner of this ant went through a tragic loss and last saw the ant under a tree nearby, and so he put posters on with hopes that someone will find Martin. This is not a joke. I repeat, this is not a joke. A journalist from our team found this poster in a building in the city and understood how serious the situation is. So the ant is described to have these features like the picture. He is handsome, apparently tall because he looks like that in the picture, a big thing that looks like a mouth, so as when he was born, so as you can see he has really distinct features, so I believe that we're going to find him. So we don't know when he was born apparently, and we don't have any information about when Martin escaped, as it's written here today. And we don't know at what tree he was seen at the last time. So for now the police found the strongest suspect, and that suspect is Jordy, who was caught by Curtis Connor and he received the badge of honor. Great job, Curtis. Keep it up.
Alright.
So that means that he was no longer a suspect. So next we're gonna talk about my new favorite idol inspiration. His name is Baka Oji and he comes from Baka. And ironically he's the only character I can be a voice actress for. This scene is my favorite. So 2022 is filled with Gintama. The show's influence is too strong to be denied. My favorite episodes are: first, episode 18. Oh yeah, our crib is number 1. This is a masterpiece, where a panty thief steals panties from a lot of houses and Shinpachi's sister along with everybody else try to catch him. We see Gintoki's weird comments and all the legends gathered together, including Shinpachi, Sogo, Hichikata, Gorira, Ota, Kagura, and of course the panty Robin Hood. My favorite part is not the whole episode, but this part where they all fail because they're incredibly stupid. They're more Baka than Baka Oji, and they blow themselves to pieces.
幽霊なんぞいてたまるかってんだよ。だ、最近やたら蚊が多いな。まさか本当に。 何してんだてめえこんな時間に。
ジョギング。
Next one, episode 20. Watch out for conveyor belts. This is a masterpiece number 2, where they are chased by a ghost and the same stars from before shit their pants to death. Episode 51. Milk should be served at body temperature. This is a masterpiece number 3, where they are joined by a cute baby and a grown adult who pisses himself. Next news. I watched Danny Gooden's videos for the 18th time and even found his other doppelganger, besides Danny and Danny. And I know that most of my humor looks like his, and that's because I am Drew Gooden himself. I know, this is shocking. I stole his soul and he lost the fight. I am secretly Drew Gooden himself. I watched Vinland Saga for the 3rd time, and it will always be number 1 in my favorites. I also watched Blue Lock. It's an anime starring Eren, Bakugo, Kani, Ichigo, Kaneki, sexy version of Ida, and we have some pretty interesting stars in this show. So the best show of this year was Winx. The show is so rich with memes and beautiful voice acting that I can't wait to make a whole series out of this.
Sky, look! Beavers!
But the show is a masterpiece either way. Winx was the only beautiful thing from my childhood.
Until now, you've been casting spells.
I also started working on a manga. I'm making a video about that for a contest in Japan with hopes that I will finally be able to work on a manga that I wanted to work on my whole life. I quit using Instagram and that was the best decision of my life. I started this as a more of an experiment, but after some time I understood that 70% of my anxiety was removed and I felt as if I am flying, and it was the weirdest feeling in my life. So I was left without my favorite headphones and got my period on the same day as New Year's. If that doesn't scream that I'm going to be hella rich in 2023, I don't know what will. The headphones got so tired of me using them 35 hours a day that they got really mad at me. It's a really complicated relationship, alright? And these are the biggest news this year. Thank you for watching this channel. I want to cry. And see you next year. So, the reason why I made this video is because I wanted to show you that literally no one's life is perfect. So pain has a really distinct perspective that you're the only one who is going through all of the hardships. Just because you celebrate New Year's alone doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you or that life has gotten worse. There are periods in our lives where we're in a crisis because we still haven't awakened a lot of aspects that we need to awaken. I wanted to dedicate this part to those who celebrated New Year's alone because I know how it feels. And I know what hell you're going through. And trust me, just because your year was unbearable doesn't mean that you're pathological or that everyone has a better life. Because trust me, we're all the same. We're all suffering the same way, it's just that we cope in different ways. And because words are not enough to show you what I mean, that's why I made this very video. And I mean, I have a miserable life too. Look at me. All I was talking about are just shows that I watched. Literally all I am talking about is how I watched Winx and threw the trash out on the same day as New Year's. Just because you're celebrating New Year's alone doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. In fact, you could have just gone and celebrated it with anyone whatsoever, but you chose not to because you just knew how you feel, that you don't fit in. And I'm really proud of you. I really respect that because that's the hardest choice to make. It's the easiest way to just pretend that or act or make a facade, but showing your true skin is always the most difficult thing to do in any society, especially in a society like ours. And I'm really proud of you for you choosing not to pretend. And you chose yourself, and I'm so proud of you, because I know that that's the most difficult choice to make in a society where you need to abandon yourself just to feel accepted. This is a great start, and you have done more than enough. And I truly understand what hell you're going through, and I know how it feels not being able to fit in or pretend just like everybody else can. And about this, I would also say that it's not a problem that you can't see the pink or pretend forever, but it's really unfair to expect from yourself to pretend something you're not. And especially, you're so broken that you can barely see and pick up the pieces. And you're truly not alone. This year was truly shitty to everybody else, including me. And I mean, it was a shitty year for me too. I mean, I lost the love of my life. I applied to study in Japan, but I was rejected. My budgie escaped and never came back. I lost a lot of people, like a lot of people. I ran away from home. I almost committed suicide like 1,000 times. But do you know what matters? It matters that you're still alive. I am still alive. Like, I made it through this year, and so did you. And you're still alive, and so you're winning the game. And life is so unbearable that, trust me, we all should get a badge of honor just by being alive. And we should be rewarded for that. And we never, ever respect ourselves for that. And even if you celebrate New Year's alone, even next year, please put this video and let me celebrate it with you. And if not, even if we don't have a home to return to, we always have a home that we return to, but we never see that home, and that home is always ourselves, the place we will eventually return to, even before death. So, Happy New Year to you, and with one step at a time, this year or the next year will feel even better, at least a little bit better, and it will be a little bit better. So, we'll all be here for you. I promise you that for sure. The reason why we're so afraid of happiness is because we give happiness the meaning that it is supposed to last forever.